Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Raisah Firdaus from 7.2, and as task for today, I will tell you about the material of biology in science 7th grade. So let me tell you about the material now. So first is about the skeletal system. What you know about skeletal system? So the skeletal system is made up from the 206 bones in our body, and the skeletal system is take 20 years to make the bones from the ossification until the complete bones in our body. And one of the function of bones is to make the blood in our body. And now is about the function of skeletal system. So the first function of skeletal system is movement. There are two kinds of movement. Are active movement and passive movement. The active movement is happened in the muscle, and passive movement is happened in the bones. What the meaning of active movement in the muscle? It's meaning if the muscle can be moved without the bones, but the passive movement in the bones is mean if the bones cannot be movement without the help of muscle. So the muscle doesn't need help of bones to movement, but the bones need the muscle to have the movement. And the second is about the support of bones. As we know, our body can stand up, our body can head up with the help of bones. Example, in the backbone, our backbone can head up with the help of bones. Without the bones, our body cannot be walk, cannot be stand up as a normal human. And the third is about protection. What's the meaning of protection? Our bones in our body can protect our part of body. The example is our skull. Our skulls can protect our brain. Our ribs can protect our lungs and our hearts from the injury. And the fourth is about make blood. As we know, in our body, our blood is produced in the bone marrow. The bone marrow is one of part of our bone. So in the bone marrow, it can produce the white and the red blood for our body. And the last is about the storage. In our bones is storage our mineral, calcium, and phosphorus for our body. If we doesn't have enough mineral and enough calcium and phosphorus, our body cannot grow as a normal growth in the human. So we have to fill our bones with enough calcium, mineral, and phosphorus for our growth. And next is about the two kinds of skeleton. There are axial skeleton and epiconicular skeleton. What's the meaning of axial skeleton? So we can call the main skeleton about the axial skeleton. It exists about 80 bones in our body. And the part of the axial skeleton is the skull, spine, ribs, and the sternum. That is a axial skeleton. And the second is about the epiconicular skeleton. The epiconicular skeleton consists from the 126 bones in our body. And the part of epiconicular skeleton, first there are shoulder, and then arms, hand, pelvic girdle, legs, and our foot. They are the epiconicular skeleton. And next is about the basic bone shape. There are 4 basic bone shape. The first is long, short, flat, and irregular. The kind of the long bones shape, they are our arms and our legs, and the short bones is our ankles and our wrists, and the flat bones is our skulls and our sternum, and the irregular is about the spine bones, like that. And next is about the kinds of skeletal system. We have 19 parts of skeletal system in our body. So the first I will tell you. The first is sternum or breastbone, and then our backbone, and then the carpals, metacarpals, and phalanges, and then tarsal, metatarsals, and phalanges, and then there are clavicle, then the scapula, humerus, the ribs, radius, ulna, pelvic girdle, femur, patella, tibia, and fibula. That's 19 part of our skeletal system in our body. And the last is about the typical 4 layers in our bones. We have 4 layers in our bones. The first is periosteum. The periosteum is mean the cover layers in our bone, and then the second, they are compact bones, is the second layers of our bones, and the third is the spongy bones. There's some like sponge in our in that layers, and the last is about the bone marrow. As we know, the bone marrow is the place when we want to produce the red and the white blood in our body. Okay guys, maybe that's all from me about the material skeletal system in our body. Maybe you can search and you can learn again about the skeletal system, because the skeletal system is some important lesson that we have to know, because that is about our body. Okay, maybe that's all from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.